personally and professionally. Professionally has been really important to me. I'm a researcher coming from Italy, where at the time I began my career, especially in education, it was not so common to go abroad and try to present your research in a foreign language, etc. So it was very exciting and challenging. And I really learned by doing, I really learned step by step. And ECER and the network had a major role into that, because this is a really welcoming, friendly, open conference. I went, of course, to other conferences in the last 25 years, but I have to say, I came back to ECER and stick on ECER and the Network 4 especially. And Network 4 was my home, has been my home, and I'm grateful for that, I would say.
So coming here, it brings me back to home. And I think also it's because I've seen researchers of my generation, so a little bit younger, a bit older than me, and I have grown with them, and I can follow them every year, and that makes it a very, very special place to be.
Yeah, it's almost similar for me. Network 4, where I am a member in the last years, I think it's very important for us researchers in inclusive education to have a community of European researchers and researchers from other countries to meet up with every year, to follow their research, to be in touch with them until the next ECER conference, and to initiate some collaborations. So I think this is what ECER has given me and what I've earned from ECER.
I know Ines and Michelle from my PhD days. I worked on the same project as Ines when I was doing my PhD, and we've stayed in touch ever since, working on a number of different projects, not just here at ECER, but ECER has been a kind of focal meeting point for us.
This network has truly shaped my perspective on inclusive education, showing me how it is embraced and developed internationally. Network 4 has also become a powerful space for collaboration, bringing together passionate educators and researchers from across the globe.
People here are so friendly, so you don't have to be, you don't have to hold back. And it's really easy to get to know people. I mean, even at my first conference, because there were always people who, approached you or give you feedback, a friendly feedback on your presentation. And yeah, so for me, it was really this idea that it is actually really easy to get in contact with other colleagues. And then it really went really quickly to have, international projects.
What I've loved about this as a conference was contacting people after I've seen their presentations, sending them emails, asking for their paper, and the conversations that have started because I've seen them present here, and you've put your hand up and you've asked a question and you thought I wanted to find out more. And so one of the things I've really liked about ECER is how it started relationships outside of the conference as well.
It's the sense of belonging here. Yeah, I would agree with that probably. I'm just thinking now how much I have learned through this network and through this community, as Ines mentioned. So you would never think about some things otherwise, for example. Yeah. And at the same time, it's not just community and belonging. For me, it's also building of the identity. So who am I as a researcher, and what are my core values, what I'm interested in, what I'm disinterested in. So I really learned a lot about me through this process of participating in this kind of community.
I think the ECER really supported my career because it was the first conference where I attended at an international level, and I knew that we had really famous members of the Network 4 which were in contact with us beforehand, and suddenly we got a symposium together with them, and I was really, wow, now I can meet all those people I have cited before.
ECER and Network 4 have been instrumental in making me think always about inclusive education on a European scale. And I'm very grateful for that.
Network 4 influenced my academic and practical work very much. It brought me a lot of international contacts, and I recommend to all young researchers in the field of inclusive education to involve in this network.